Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another experiment where today we're taking a look at AFC Richmond. So this is one that has been found online. I'll make sure to link below and give credit to the guys who made it. It's brilliantly made. It's got all the players from the TV series. So certainly please check it out, download it, and head over to those guys. I can't find what their names are at the moment, so I feel awful about that, but I'll make sure they're in the description down below, and they're fully credited for this sort of stuff. But let's take a look. It's very, very interesting. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and of course I'll link to the database itself below as well. But you can see it's got all the kits, the banter branding on both the home, away and third kit at the Nelson Road Stadium, where of course they play. You've got Ted Lasso obviously as manager, so that's fantastic to see. You've got the motivating, of course, people management, and that side of things. I'm not sure tactical knowledge should be that high, but certainly very, very interesting to see. Got all the players as well, as we can see. So we've got, obviously, if we take a look at some of the big names, we should say, in the series especially. So we can see Dani Rojas, the Mexican 25-year-old, looks very, very good. So it'll be very cool to see how he gets on in the Premier League. Then we've also got Jamie Tartt, who's obviously in the side as well, at 26 years old, looking very good there. And we've also got the likes of Sam Obisanya, 21 years old, a very pacey fullback, which looks pretty nice. HK a week as well is an absolute bargain, that's for sure. And there's obviously plenty of other players in there that are all real players. I say real players, they're players that are in the TV series. Thierry Zoru, the Canadian goalkeeper. It's so clever how they've managed to do this. If we take a look at the staff as well, you can see they've got the likes of the managing director, Leslie Higgins, obviously Ted Lasso, the owner, Rebecca Walton, assistant manager is, of course, Coach Beard, so he's in there as well. And we've also got the other coach, which is Roy Kent, former manager or former player turned now coach for them. So it's quite cool to see. It's a fantastically set up database. So absolutely take a look at it in the description down below. With that said, what we will do is jump ahead, take a look at how a couple of seasons, see how AFC Richmond got on in the Premier League. If we take a look initially, we can see that season preview, they are in fact predicted to come 8th. So in the top 10, which isn't a bad run really, and their top players are seen to be Jamie Tartt and Thierry Zoru. So be interesting to see. Let's jump ahead, take a look how everyone gets on with Richmond Football Club. All right, so after their first year in the Premier League in game, they actually did finish 8th, where they were predicted to come. Jamie Tartt has got 24 goals, so second top goal scorer in the league, just behind Heung-min Son. So not a bad going. They're not quite in Europe, so not quite made that big leap yet, but looking very good. Ted Lasso still in charge of the club, so that's good to see. Let's take a look at the kind of competitions. How did they get on in these competitions? We can see they got knocked out on penalties against Arsenal in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. FA Cup, they got knocked out by Man City in the 5th round as well. But otherwise did pretty well in the lead. Had a little bit of a blip against some of the bigger teams, but managed to beat the likes of Chelsea, West Ham as well, and a thumping of Leeds along with that. So looking pretty good. It's nice to see. You can see they've also brought in the likes of Daniel Amati as well. So that is quite a cool little signing. But they've got McAdoo at the back. They're the captain of the club. Obviously Jamie Tartt up top. Obisanya at right back as well. So that's very, very good to see. With that said though, where's the likes of Dani Rojas? Is he still at the club? Am I blind? What's happened? I don't know. But outgoings, Declan Cockburn, lovely name, has been sold to Burnley. The 28-year-old has been sold for 8.5 million, and he's actually done he's done okay for them. Nothing spectacular. Am I crazy? Where's Mo Bumbercatch, which is again wait, is this Cumberbatch there, but it's Bumbercatch up there? I don't know which one it is, but either one is pretty good. 26-year-old centre midfielder, pretty on loan out to Cardiff. I think I'm going crazy. Where's Danny Rojas? Danny Rojas. He's still at Richmond. I must have just missed him then. But Man United and Arsenal are interested in him. No surprise there. He is an absolute baller if you've watched the series. But with that, let's jump ahead again and take a look if they can manage to climb up the league a little bit more and what other transfers they've maybe made. So this time around, it doesn't look like they've managed to get into Europe again. Missed out at being in 10th place this time. Fofana being another player that they've obviously signed, reaching 14 assists. Very, very cool. But we'll have to take a look at them and see how they got on otherwise. They've got the likes of Lucas Mecha up top. Danny Rojas playing left wing now. Sam Obisanya still at right back, with Jamie Tartt up top. We are another season on, obviously, so it's very interesting. Ted Lasso still at the club, of course. Staff-wise, they've still got the likes of Roy Kent in the coaching team, Coach Beard as well, and of course the managing director and owner are still there, undoubtedly. So transfers, though, we can take a look here. Andrew Lamb has left the club. One of the young players, Tyler Shannon, one of the players on the series, has left as well. An attacking midfielder, central midfielder role, 15 caps and 1 goal for Bolivia as well. So a decent looking player for them. He's been sold for 1.3 million, because Jack Dawkins is in fact the 2.8 million sold to West Ham, 26 years old, and then David Cooper, one of the regens for them, leaving as well. Mo Bumbercatch or Cumberbatch or whatever name he wants to go by has also been loaned out once again. So and other than that, £17 million signing of Yusuf Fofana. So not bad at all. I think this would be quite a good save to play. I think it'd be good fun getting the likes of Jamie Tartt and that involved in the game and being a decent player as well. Good scorer of the ball. Is that a thing? I don't know what I'm talking about. Danny Rojas, though, sitting left midfield. I mean, Arsenal and Tottenham are still very interested in him. 21 goals and 70 appearances, 27 years old, 13 goals in 21 games for Mexico as well. So not bad going. Schedule-wise, let's take a quick look through. They got to the Carabao Cup quarter-final, this time losing the penalties against Leicester, unfortunately. FA Cup 4th round against Newcastle. And yeah, they had quite a big blip in the middle there. Started the season off very, very well, but couldn't keep the form going. Let's jump again and take a look if they can continue to improve or if this is kind of where they're stuck at. And here we are. We're a few more seasons on now to give us a bit more of a couple of, I think it's 2 years on. So we've got a little bit to go. And it looks like they've won the Carabao Cup in 2024. That was a mistaken click, but it's good to see. Let's take a first look at the history. English Premier League. Let's look at the Premier League. That's what we're going to do first. Getting all excited. They're in Europe. So that's great to see. Richmond in 7th place there with 61 points above the likes of Newcastle, just below Southampton. I mean, look at how many Champions League spots there are. 5 clubs have got Champions League football in there. So in the English league, so I think that's not bad at all. Jamie Tartt, 19 goals, as mentioned. Terry Zoru with player matches coming out of his wazoo and 15 clean sheets. Not too bad at all. They're obviously a very solid side. If we take a look at Richmond then, take a look at their transfers, not loans, transfers. See how things have changed. So we obviously saw there, 23-24, they brought in some big players. Dele Alli, Adarabayo, Kalanoglu, Pavard as well. let's take a look at sales. Isaac McAdoo had left to join Brentford. He's actually wanted by Wolves as well now. In there, you've also got, I think, Martin de Maat. Yep, again, a goalkeeper that has left to join Willem in the Netherlands as well. And Mo went out on loan once again. With that said, I think, is there any more that I don't recognise any? Arlo Dixon, he's left to join Stoke for £9.5 million. Lianco coming in from Flamengo. That's an interesting one for sure with there. And otherwise, I think that is probably it with regards to kind of player sales, that sort of thing. But very impressive. They're doing pretty well. Jamie Tart still at the club, still performing very well at 30 years of old. Got 9 caps and 2 goals for England, so not too bad at all. 39 caps and 19 goals for Dani Rojas for Mexico. And then Samuel Basanya has got 29 caps for Nigeria as well. Still only 25 as well, so good pacey player, lots of agility, and he's a big guy as well, so good to see there. Let's take a look at the schedule though before we finish up. It looks like they may have done pretty well previously. If we go to 23-24 season, looking at the Carabao Cup, they were able to get through to the final, beating Man United 3-0. Jamie Tart getting a hat-trick in the final, so that's great to see. And they got knocked out of the FA Cup quarter-final in the end in that one. But that season, they did manage to make the Europa Conference League at the very least. Unfortunately, it looks like they were knocked out in the kind of pathway qualifying round, so didn't quite make it. Got knocked out in the 3rd round against West Ham in the Carabao Cup, so didn't defend that very well, and knocked out in the 4th round against Man City in a replay. So maybe not ideal this season, their last season, but they did win the Carabao Cup. So that's good to see. But I think we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you want to see any more seasons with AFC Richmond. But I think most of the players will probably end up leaving at that point. But let me know either way. Have a look at the database yourself. It's a very good database. Keep an eye out for that. And let me know how you get on. But thanks for watching. And I'll catch you in the next one.